Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Muhammad Kamran Malik. I am Principal KIMS. Today's topic is all you need to know about A level, challenges of A level, how to overcome them. It's a cliche and it's a statement which we have often heard that human resource and the youth is the biggest or the most important asset of our country. And as an educationist, as a teacher, as a part of this education thing for more than 25 years, it gives me a bad feeling when I see many students struggling at A level and ending up poor results than their potential, and that is such a huge wastage of talent, huge wastage of human resources. And I wish with this video I can share something with you which may help students to do A level more properly and get grades which they deserve. In an earlier video, we have highlighted the difficulties students encounter at A level, and today I will like to talk about the solutions or the tips I can give students of A level. My first tip would be that students of A level must choose their subjects very carefully. They should not choose subjects while following others. Do not do that. My cousin has done sciences, I want to do sciences as well. No. If your cousin has done sciences, look at your own aptitude, look at your own skill set, look at your own abilities, and then choose subjects carefully. Most famous, most popular subject combination is sciences. It could be either physics, chemistry, mathematics, or it could be physics, chemistry and bio. Please, my tip to you, choose sciences only if three conditions are met. If even one of those three conditions is not met, reconsider your decision of opting A level sciences. Three conditions are: number one, if you want to do A level sciences, three conditions are: number one, you must have scored at least a B grade in O level sciences. Ideally speaking, an A at least. Maybe in a case of B, you may consider doing sciences, but it will be awfully difficult. Second, you must have a strong aptitude for sciences. Third, you have a commitment with the career in sciences. Let me tell you, there is no fun in doing A level sciences and ending up getting mediocre grades. For example, if a student gets 3 deltas, and which is a very normal A level result, A level maths C, A level physics delta, A level D, A level chemistry E, it is a normal A level result for a student who has probably scored 8 A's in O level. Now when you get those 3 average grades, you will not get admission in GIK, you will not get admission in NURST, you will not get admission in FAST, or maybe in LUMS, or maybe in UET, or maybe in King Edward Medical College, if you are thinking about going for a medical college. You will end up doing probably BBA, maybe BSc, maybe ACCA accountancy. Now what's the use of spending 2 years in A level sciences if you have to do accounting afterwards, if you do economics afterwards? So please go for A level sciences only when you are committed to get excellent A level results. Secondly, my tip to you, secondly, before I go for the second point, let me first talk about subject selection in little more detail. If you have 3 A's in sciences subjects, maths, physics and chemistry, or physics, chemistry, bio, okay, you may consider doing A level sciences. But if you have B's or less than B's, either retake O level or reconsider your plan of doing A level sciences. Secondly, if someone asks me, what is the secret of doing A level? I'll say in one word, it is consistency. In 3 words, it is consistent hard work. Now, it is not a joke, it is not a cliche. I mean it. Everyday work should be done on daily basis. If work is accumulated, you will not be able to manage it. It's not O level where you can do 3 years good study and maybe may end up getting good grades. In A level, there are 4 terms. First, second term of AS are first year and third and fourth term in second year. Let me tell you, the most important term is the first term. If you don't do well in first term, the chances of you doing well in second, third and fourth terms are very, very low. It's just like a cricket match. 10 first overs. If a cricket team loses 7 wickets in first 10 overs, for them last 10 overs are not important enough. They probably will not be able to do well in last 10 overs. The last 10 overs, which you can do slogging, which you can score lot of runs, is possible only when you play well sensibly in the first 10 overs. Only if you study well in first term, you can do well in the last term. For me, first month is the most important month. I request my teachers, if you want to take 2 tests a month, please take 4 tests in the first term. Tell students about the challenge. Tell them about the difficulty level available right from the word go. Third, take internal assessments very, very seriously. Assessments are important. Get the feedback from teachers and follow that feedback. If you do not get a good result in a class test, instead of saying, oh, ये तो class test था, no problem, I'll do well. No, a poor performance in a class test should give you a sleepless night. You should be disturbed. You should be frustrated. Should not use the word frustrated, but you should be thinking something has gone wrong. Something has gone terribly wrong. Let me tell you, class results of class results are mostly the results which students actually end up getting in A level. Take class assessments and class tests very, very seriously. Of course, school exams as well. Third, or maybe fourth, whatever number is. The next point is, class assessments, school assessments are never enough. Test yourself. Do your own testing. Conduct tests yourself. Examination report, mark schemes of prepared by Cambridge examiners, past examination papers are easily available. You can download them, have hard copies of them. Test yourself, and then after your test, compare your answer with the answer given in the mark scheme or guideline given in the mark scheme or given in the examiner report, and see if you're doing well. Each and every word of mark scheme, each and every word of examiner report is written very, very carefully. So you must read them carefully as well. They are very, very important resources, probably better than many teachers. Teachers may not tell you those things which those exam reports will tell you. So take class tests seriously, but do not think they are sufficient. Go for your own tests as well. Self-study. Give due importance to self-study. Self-study is very, very important. Unless you study on your own, you cannot learn how to cook food by looking at some person or watching some person who is cooking food. You have to cook food yourself. So self-study is very, very important. It depends upon students' abilities. It varies from individual to individual. No hard and fast formula or fixed number could be assigned. But my estimate is that roughly for every 1 hour teacher teaches you in A level, you should study for 2 hours. So 1 to 2, that's the ratio. Now what happens? Maybe in a week's time, you got 10 hours of teaching. Now it means you need to study for 20 hours. But you don't do that. Normally students don't do that. You study probably for 10 hours only. And you start lagging behind. You realize something has gone wrong. You go for tuitions. Now what happens? In addition to 10 teaching hours per week you are getting from school, now you are getting 10 more hours from tuition class. So the 20 hours you are getting from teachers now. But the time you are giving to self-study, but 10 hours earlier, which are not enough, you are unable to give even 10 hours. You are unable to give even 10 hours now. Why? Because you are now giving that time to tuitions. So number of teaching hours is going up without a proportionate increase in number of hours you are studying on your own. Nothing can be more deadly than that you neglect self-study. Many students come and ask me, we are unable to do A level properly. What should we do? I tell them, do not take tuitions. They say, why? If we won't take tuitions, we will not be able to understand things. I tell them, you are not understanding things anyways, because unless you self-study, unless you study on your own, you cannot understand things. And if you are taking tuitions, you are under the wrong impression that you are studying hard, you are studying well, you did 5 hours of teaching in school today, 5 hours of tuitions, and you gave probably 8 or 9 hours in one day to teaching. No, you only listened. You did not start studying. Your studies will start when you will study on your own. Many students come and ask me in second year, we could not do well in AS, we still have to take our SAT exams, we still have to take prepare applications for universities. So how can we study in A level second year? I tell them, chances are now very low. So if you want to have good chances in second year, use summer breaks intelligently. First summer break, that is between O level and A level. Use it intelligently. Do mathematics of O level. Ensure you get an A star. You have already taken the exam probably. You are waiting for your predicted grade. So A star, you may be expecting an A star. So if you are expecting an A star in mathematics, maybe you do SAT preparation. If you are not expecting an A in mathematics, give time to O level mathematics. While you enter A level, you must make sure that you have done reasonably well with O level mathematics. Second summer break, between AS and A2. If you have taken AS exams and you are satisfied, you have done well in AS, please prepare for SAT exams. If you have not taken AS, please prepare for AS exams or revise the A1 course. In the second year, when you start studies in September A2, when you start, you must have prepared SAT, you must have prepared first year A level course. There is no shortcut to A level. Last thing, may I request you to please keep all your mobile devices, all laptops, this mobile phone, these tablets away from you. Go for traditional style of studies. That is a book, that is a notebook, that is a pen, that is a calculator. So keep all these electronic devices away from you when you study. Study with concentration for 1 hour is better than studying for 3 hours with your mobile phone on. Good luck. Thank you very much.